This company sent me this little lithium battery. Kind of a neat idea. It's got little adapters on it to charge up cell phones, even charge my old my old iPad. Funky little flashlight. Seems like everything's got a flashlight on it anymore. It'll also give you a 12-volt power source. Lots of little goodies here. You can charge it through your car. It's got an adapter here. But the most interesting one was this thing. Now this is actually a jumper to start your car. So if you got a flat battery, and you might be shocked that this actually will do that. But let's look at how the whole thing works. It's got a hard case, which is kind of neat. You don't see them with hard cases very much. But I'm going to run this thing on several different usages, especially for starting vehicles. I charge cell phones with it for a couple, 3 weeks. It'll charge 3 cell phones and then it stops, which I thought was a little bit odd, but because I would think it would charge more than that. But it did do 3 cell phones and was pretty useful. Now the next test I'm going to do is with this. Now this thing, I'm not going to explain how this thing works or anything. That's what the instructions are for. But you can hook it up like that, and you can actually jump start a car with it. So I'm going to test it doing that, and let's see how it works. In this part of this test, I'm going to run this battery down. That's this one here. This is a 230 cold cranking amps battery. I'm going to run it down flat on this tractor, and then I'll hook up the jump starter to it, and we'll see how the two compare. Mostly in how long they'll crank this thing before they flatten out. And I don't really want to make this up as a comparison because I don't think there is any direct comparison. But we'll just see how it performs. I'm really not expecting this little lithium battery to hold up as well as the larger lead acid battery. But we'll see what happens and just make a comparison so what we can expect out of that lithium jump charger. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run this one down flat. Now we're going to hook up this little doohickey. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, you can tell it's telling me I've flattened it out. Not bad performance. Now in this case here, I'm ready to hook this thing up. This is a pickup truck. It's got a 4.7 V8 in it, not the largest one in the world, but fairly good size. The battery is flat dead. I'll turn on the headlights. Okay, they didn't even turn on. The relay wouldn't even go on, so, okay. Now what I'm going to do, I've got everything hooked up except one connection. I'm going to clamp it on. Now, it says it's hooked up correctly. Because if I'd hooked it up backwards, it would have given me a little red light there. Okay, let's see if this thing is going to start this truck. think this thing got PO'd because it is beeping at me. I don't know what that means. I'm going to pull this off, connect it up again. Sometimes when it gets freaky, it needs to this little boost button be pushed. And let's see what happens now. Now if you look close, you can see the reverse and correct are freaking out, and blinking back and forth. There's something going on inside this truck that doesn't like what this is doing, or something inside this doesn't like what's going on in the truck. So now I've got the old cheapy Harbor Freight thing that's just got a lead acid battery in it. Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't know what was happening with this thing. Makes it kind of undependable. It doesn't work every time. So, I don't know. Not so good on this. Okay, I wanted to show you something in slow motion so you can maybe get an idea of what's happened here. Look at the light inside the car. If you notice that flash is some kind of surge that went through the system when I started it. Okay, end result, I would not trust this thing for starting newer cars. I've used it on old rigs. It's done pretty good. Unfortunate, it reacts somehow with the vehicle, and the vehicle does not like it, or it doesn't like the vehicle. It was showing a power surge just before it shut off the engine. So I think this thing threw a huge charge into the vehicle, and hopefully it has not damaged the vehicle. But I would not trust this thing on a newer vehicle. This is a 2003 Dodge half-ton pickup.